Welcome to Full Stack EAP. Today we're going to check the gold market. We're going to check the Euro USD market. We're going to check the BTC USD and then the pound USD. Okay, so let us start already. Let's start out with the gold spot market. All right, so we are in the H1 time frame. All right, so originally we understand that gold is actually bullish. So definitely from the D1 you're seeing that is obviously bullish, right? And there have been recent consolidation here, starting from the month of April, I guess. I believe the month of April, so you can see it there. So there was a resistance and then a sideways consolidation towards towards okay, July, and then it continued, and even now we are in okay, then August, and then afterwards it took back the bullish turn or the bullish order flow, right? So looking at this, you're seeing something like this, so called the swing high and the swing low, and then at the end of the day it now broke structure. So that's what it is. And okay, so that's that. So now if we get to the H1 as we analyzed, okay, so you are now seeing the bearish the bullish order flow here. You're seeing the bullish order flow and how it went down like this. All right, so look at that. And all right, so it's been going very much upward. Okay, so if you would trade with this, or if you have traded with this, you definitely understand that you will just have to wait for the trade to the price to, what will I call it now, retrace a little bit. All right, it has to retrace a little bit before you go bullish again. You have to retrace a little bit before you go bullish again. All right, so you see what is already going on here. So it's actually amazing. Okay, so if you traded as at what will I call it now, this is August for the long-term traders. All right, from August, I think you'll be having August 26th, you'll be having as much as more than 3,000 pips. All right, more than 3,500 pips. Okay, so if you would scalp this market right now, you're going to be very much cautious when it comes to scalping this market, right? So looking at this, that was yesterday. Let's just check yesterday. That's the 15th. Okay, we saw on the 15th, that's yesterday. All right, so we saw the price actually going bullish and then began to consolidate at between 368.13 and 368.7.65. all right, so if you would check this out, you see that what really happened, it started it started on a bearish trend. All right, looking at this, and then it began to move, and then finally it took a bullish turn. All right, so it broke structure at this point. It broke structure at this point. So this is what we saw yesterday. Right, this is what we saw yesterday. But remember, at the end of the day, it's still going to be bullish. Remember the H1, right? So if you're going to scalp this, you're going to wait for the retracement. Okay, like I said, the retracement, yeah, looking at this, is actually consolidating at this point, but somehow is going to even get back to 3649.40. all right, so that's what is going to happen, and then you can continue your bullish run. So you just have to be careful, and then when it retraces, then you will have to look out for a bearish order sweep, rather a bullish order sweep, and then little retracements for you to understand that, okay, this particular trend is returning back to the bullish. So it is going to be bullish all this way, I believe. So we just have to wait for the retracement. So now we get to the Euro USD. And then the Euro USD, we are H1. So I believe that it was the Euro USD is slightly going bullish. There's a recovery, right? Okay. And if you would say that it is going very much upward, okay, just slightly upward, not really aggressive compared to the gold, but there's a recovery so far. Because if you check the D1 time frame, you are seeing a strong recovery. Okay, so see that you're seeing a downward trend and then a consolidation and then a recovery at this point, right? So getting back to H1 time frame, we are understanding that the recent order flow is at this point. Okay, so looking at this, you understand that you just have to wait for its a retracement right here. Just wait for a retracement. So if we go with the 5 minutes candle, or rather the 5 minutes time frame, you're seeing this. All right, okay, so you just have to wait for a retracement, and then then you will then place the trade. So I believe that is the direction of the market right now. So you're seeing it bouncing off this trend line. So you just have to be cautious again. So when it bounces back, then you can trade. You can go long, right? So that's what it is. That's what it is. But if you want to take sharp cuts, I believe right now it is going short, right? So, but to be safe right now, you just have to understand that it's actually a bullish market. And then you would have to wait for the retracement. But if you want to go for short, just to take a few pips, all right, if you will be scalping this, right? So you will be making about about 26 pips or so, who knows, right? So that's that. Then for JPY, so we are seeing okay, we are actually on the H1, all right, so we are seeing a consolidation right here. So this consolidation continued, okay, and then you see, what will I call it now? Sorry. All right, you're seeing this consolidation right here happening. So we see that at 146.564. All right, so we are seeing that on the swing high and then on the swing low. So it's showing us a support and resistance right now, sideways movement. So if you're going to trade this, you're going to wait for it to get to 146.616, and then afterwards you can go long. Right, so from this, if you would, I think you'll be getting from 1880 pips. All right, so 1880 points. So this is what you will be getting from this. And I think let me check that again. Okay, so we are talking about 195 points. All right, 195 pips. So the fourth or the last digit is a pipette, I believe. So it is what it is. So okay, so that's that. Then for BTC, remember, BTC is actually bullish, I believe so. So when we get to the D1 right now, you're seeing a bullish trend in the BTC. All right, so that's what it is. So if you traded a long term, you traded as far back as for a lot of people that traded since last year, you're going to get tremendous pips. All right, more than 400, I guess, more than 400 and something pips. All right, so it's actually a huge turn for the BTC USD. So get into the H1 because it's bullish, right? So looking at this, you just have to wait for retracements. Okay, I think, but it's just going to be bullish. So if you traded at this point, you actually going into you're actually safe at this point, right? So that just that. For the H1, what are we going to say in the H1? So we're also saying that If you're going to go for, long, it's fine, all right, because you're seeing that it's actually maintaining that. But if you look at this carefully, you see that it was bullish and slightly became going sideways, right? It was on an upward order flow, and then suddenly sideways, all right. So you just have to be careful, but at the same time it's actually bullish. So if you're going to scalp on this for the 5 minutes candle, you are now seeing that consolidation here. So this is the prevalent, the most current order flow in the short term. So you just have to because this is bearish now. So if you're going to trade here, you're actually going to make profit. So that is that. So you just have to go short at this point, all right? So you can make as far as to 8681 points, all right? So it's amazing. So let's see what happens in the pound, the pound USD, all right? So the pound USD. All right, so the pound USD, I believe, should be, many times similar to the Euro USD in terms of overall direction. Sometimes it is. So on the pound USD, right? So if you are checking for the H1, you are seeing already that you will just have to be bullish, all right? So you just have to wait for a retracement. But for the what will I call it now? The D1, all right? The D1, sorry, the 5 minutes candle, you are seeing okay. I guess this 5 minutes, yeah. So you are seeing this order flow here, all right? Excuse me. So you're seeing this other flow here, the sideways of the flow, right? So it's actually, going down, and then finally at the end of the day. So, but let's just check what happened on the H1 for me to be clear in this. All right. So we are expecting, for it to retrace a little bit right now, and then for you to now go for, you know, but I think it's going to retrace. It's going to retrace. So if you're going to trade it 5 minutes right now, you just have to go, short, right? So let's just look at this. You're gonna go short. So look at this on the 5 minutes time frame. So you're seeing the recent order flow here. You're seeing it at 1.36140 and 1.58990, right? 1.35890. So looking at this, okay, let's just go even further to, not to go to a stream right now. So if you would bring this down here and bring this down here, right? So I think you place an order here. All right. So if you're trading, and then you just have to make sure the structures, or the demand zones and the supply zones, the strong ones and you know the less stronger ones are actually represented, so that you can make informed decisions. All right. So now here the market reacted at this point 136,112. All right. So this is a place you have to look out for, and definitely it is going bullish. So right now, if you would go bullish, rather bearish, if you would go short, you would see that you're going to make you know you're going to make about 21 pips, and 21 points up, 21 pips. What I want you to do right now is to go to the link below. All right, so when you get to the link below that is attached on this video, you go to click live trading. So when you go click live trading, you're going to see our signal right now. So look at the signal right now. You see it has made more than 13%, if you would. All right, about 13% in profit, right? Okay, so this signal is actually transparent in the sense that virtually everything is there. All right, you will see the statistic, the trades and the losses, all right, the maximum drawdown, and all of those things. So you are seeing the initial profit, initial deposit, and all of that. So now the current trades that are on, you have currently is minus $16 drawdown, right? And then looking at the history, you're seeing history of losses and wins. So you get to this link, and then you will see this. So you would like to subscribe to this particular stable macro 200. So that is the name of the signal. So if you do this, you'll see us trading different currencies, and so far so good. Yes, at some point you will have to experience some rough times, all right, but looking at this, at the end of the day, you will be ending up in profit based on our analysis. So analysis are being made based on price action and market structure. That is what we use in this in our analysis. Other people may want to use other indicators like the Bollinger Band, the Fibonacci, and RSI and all of those things to know the overbought and the oversold levels and all of that. But we just stick to the market structure, in different time frames. So so far so good. That's been proven successful so far. So I'd like you to go to the link below and check it. All right. So I also want you to um subscribe. All right, turn your notification button. We are doing these videos virtually every day. All right, so you wouldn't want to miss out on our next videos. All right, so turn your notification button, and at the end of the day you will see these videos. All right, so bye for now.